Subscribe now and press the bell icon. Never miss an update.
Hello friends, today I will now cover the topic related to transformation of sentences. This pattern has been introduced for the first time in the serious examination. Let us go through the first question. Which is the correct combination of the given two sentences? In this set, two sentences are given and we are required to combine them and write one sentence in accordance with the instructions mentioned. Here the two sentences are: the officer will return from China on Monday, you can meet him. That means the person who is being spoken to, the listener, is being given the information that the officer will return from China on Monday and thereafter you can meet him. Now let us see the four options and decide which of them conveys the required sense. You can meet the officer when he returned. When he returned is V2. So there is no question of changing the tense because he is not talking about past, he is talking about the future. That means this option can safely be deleted. You can meet the officer when he will return. Here we need to note the use of can and will. In English language, whenever we are having the main clause and we are having a subordinate clause, the subordinate clause does not use a modal. As a general rule, try to avoid using two modals in one sentence. Here we have used can and here you have used will. That means this is wrong. Whenever we write such sentence, the dependent clause or the subordinate clause is written in simple present. So the use of will is incorrect. You can meet the officer when he returns. This is V1. So just as I said, the use of simple present is correct. That means this option is right. The officer will meet you when you return from China. It means that the guy being spoken to is probably going to China and then on his return the officer will meet him. This sense is not the original sentence. So that means option C is the correct option. And here the two sentences are: he is hardworking, he is honest too. Here the word too means also. Now if we have got two sentences and we have got this also, that means there are two factors which are coordinating, explaining that person's personality by using suitable adjectives. So here he is not only hardworking but also honest. The basic sentence is he is hardworking, which is here, and he is honest, that is here. Not only is followed by hardworking, this is an adjective, and here honest is also an adjective. That means there is a sense of parallelism. Please remember, not only plus adjective but also plus adjective. They are parallel structures, and parallel structures are invariably required when we use not only but also. That means option A is right. Let us read the next option B. He is only hardworking and honest. Only means he is only this and honest. That means he is nothing else. This is not the original sentence. So that means this can safely be ignored. He is hardworking but honest too, but shows that there is a contrast. That is not the case here. That means this is also wrong. He is not hardworking. The original sentence says that he is hardworking, but here he says he is not hardworking. So that means this sentence is also wrong. So as already explained earlier, option A is the best choice and it is the correct answer. Let us go through the next question. The question is: parents have been waiting since morning. This is the first sentence. They want to meet the counselor. Now, if these two sentences have to be combined, then how do we do it? If we say have been waiting, that means we are using present perfect continuous. So we don't need to change the tense. we can retain it. The counselor has been waiting. Here, who says? The counselor has been waiting. But here the original sentence says the parents have been waiting. So this does not convey the original sentence sense. So this option A is clearly incorrect. Parents had been waiting. This becomes past perfect. So clearly there is a change in tense. So option B is also wrong. Let us go to the next option C. Parents are waiting. This is present continuous. So we don't require present continuous because the original sentence is present perfect continuous. That means this option is also incorrect. Parents have been waiting since morning to meet the counselor. So this is clearly right. In any case, the first three options are wrong. That means option D is right. Have been waiting is present perfect continuous. Since morning. Since when are they waiting? Since morning. So since here is a preposition. To meet the counselor. So that means the sentence is right. Option D is the correct answer. Let us now do the next question. I will read out for you. The sentence is, Minchi should have worked hard. This is the first question. Should have worked hard. That means you are talking of a past event. She would have cleared the test. Would have cleared. That means we are very clear that modal plus have plus V3 is talking of a past state or past event. Now let us read the four options. If Minchi had worked hard, here it starts with the if, it's a conditional. Had worked, she would have cleared, that means this is talking about the past. The normal pattern when you're talking about a past event which is affecting or talking about the present state, we use past perfect in the conditional clause and we use would have plus V3 in the subordinate clause. Had not Minchi worked hard, she could not have cleared the test. In any case, there is no could in this. So it itself leads to a suspicion that this option is incorrect and the sentence does not convey what he is talking about earlier. That means this option is clearly wrong. Option C, if Minchi has worked hard, we don't use has worked, it is present perfect. We have to use past perfect. That means this is also wrong. We don't use present perfect with would have cleared. This is talking past. So there is a tense error in this option C. So this also can be safely ignored. Option D, if Minchi had worked hard, she will. Had worked hard is right. You are talking about past. But here we use will. Will is wrong. That means option D is also incorrect. That means option A is the right answer. If Minchi had worked hard, she would have cleared the test. Remember the fundamental rule, conditional sentences, if you are talking about past event which is applicable or whose result are still relevant, we use if plus past perfect followed by would have plus V3 form in the main clause. Which one of the following is correct statement using two statements using though? He has been trying his level best to win. That means the individual has been working hard, has been trying. This is present perfect continuous. His level best to win. He could not succeed. That means he has been trying but his efforts did not bear fruit. वो पास नहीं हो सका. Now let us read the sentences. Though he is trying hard, is trying is present continuous. It does not match with the original sentence. That means option A is clearly wrong. He is trying his level best. If we say that, again here we say is trying. That means this is wrong. to be, though he could not succeed. Now read the next part. Though he has been trying his level best. Whether we say though incidentally, or whether we say even though, or we say although. The three expressions though, although and even though are all grammatically correct. This question relates to though, so the start sentence by using though is correct. Though he has been trying his level best, has been trying is written here, has been trying is also there. There is a tense match. He could not succeed. He could not succeed. This is also right. That means option C is right. Let us read D. Though he had been trying hard. He is talking of past perfect continuous, while the desired tense is present perfect continuous. So option D need not be read further. It is safely can be treated as ignored. Option C is the right answer. Now let us move to the next question related to the combination of sentences or the transformation of sentences. The sentence is Gandhiji preached peace. What did he preach? He preached peace. He is an apostle. He refers to Gandhi, is an apostle of peace. Thus directions are that we have to use a relative clause. Relative clause is something which talks of the preceding noun. So if you see the first sentence, Gandhiji who preached peace, who is referring is a relative pronoun which talks of Gandhiji. That means this requirement of relative clause is met here. Is an apostle of peace. He is an apostle of peace. This is also fitting here. That means this sentence is right and the correct option is A. Nevertheless, let us go through the other options. Gandhiji preached peace because he is an apostle of peace. Here is talking of preached and here is talking of is, and then because he did that he preached peace. That sentence is meaningless. That means sentence option B is incorrect. Gandhiji who preached peace. This who preached peace is also mentioned here, just as the case here. There is nothing wrong with this. Is called. What is this is called? He is not called. He is. He is not known as an apostle of peace. He is the apostle of peace. That means this sense is different from the original sentence. So this sentence C is a weak sentence. Sentence D. Gandhiji is an apostle of peace. Why is he an apostle of peace? Because he preached peace. So this sentence does not convey the meaning of the original sentence. The basic sentence is Gandhiji preached peace, and by virtue of this fact he is known as the apostle of peace, or he is an apostle of peace. That means this sense is conveyed aptly, correctly by option A. So option A is the right answer. Now I will read the next sentence for you, the paired sentences that is. The first sentence, Priya reached the station. Mark the use of reached. The bus left before her. That means when she reached the station, the bus had already left. This is the implied sense. When there are two actions taking place in the past and the first action takes first and the second action takes later, after that, the first action we use past perfect, and for the second one we use simple past. The condition is that both events So we should be very clear that both the events should be 100% complete, and event 2 should use simple past and should take place only after event 1 has been completed. So with this as the background, now let us start reading the sentences. When Priya reached the station, reached is alright, it talks of here. The bus had already left. Had left. Already is an adverb. So that means the requirements of tenses is right. Here it becomes had left. That means option A is the correct answer. Let us read the other options. When Priya had reached the station, the bus already left. The bus has left earlier. So for that we can't use simple past. And here it is in had reached. He has reversed the tenses, which is grammatically incorrect because the tenses follow the sequence of events, with the first event being in past perfect and the second event being in simple past. Priya reached the station when the bus already left. So already left is V2. This also is wrong. When Priya had reached the station, here again it means reached is here. So that means the use of past perfect here is incorrect. It confirms that option A is the best choice. And the other three options are clearly incorrect. Let us move on to the next question. The question is, combine the two sentences. He is too tired, he could not stand. Too tired, the use of too means something which is undesirable. He was extremely tired. With this thought, he was so tired that he could not stand. He was extremely tired, and this made him not possible to stand. With this in thought, let us try to understand the options available. He is so tired that he could scarcely stand. So is combined with that. There is nothing wrong with this combination, and scarcely means he could barely stand. He could not stand. Scarcely is a negative adverb which conveys the same sense. He is too tired and cannot stand. So we don't say and say to. If it is possible to correct the sentence, he is too tired to stand. That is possible. But as it is, the sentence is wrong. Third, he will not stand and he is very tired. So use of will not work. This sentence is wrong. He is so tired that he could. So tired that he could not be standing. What is his stand changed to standing? That means this is also wrong. That means the only option is option A. He is so tired that he could scarcely stand, that he could barely stand. He was just about to fall. That is the sense covered by option A, and it closely matches with the original sentence. So option A is the correct choice. The teacher entered the classroom. All the students stopped talking. Here again there are two events. One is entered and other is stopped. If you see this sentence, it means that the teacher entered. And thereafter they stopped talking. These are the sequence of events. Now, no sooner did the teacher enter the classroom than the students stopped talking. First of all, we need to understand the use of no sooner is always combined with than. When two events are following each other in quick succession, we use the expressions no sooner ... than. This is the case here. So that means this sentence is right. Also, another point we should know is whenever we start a sentence with no sooner, the next word is a helping verb, that is did, enter. So to make the pattern correct, we always say no sooner plus helping verb plus subject plus main verb in V1 form. That means the sentence is grammatically correct. Then the student stopped. Stopped is right because both the actions took place simultaneously, so they retain the same tense. Please remember, here when one action is followed by another action and they are clearly distinct or separate, then we use past perfect for this and simple past for this. But when two actions are in close together structure, then we use the same tense for both the parts. That means option A is the right answer. Now let us see. As soon as the teacher entered the classroom, all students were asked to stop talking. There is no the sentence does not mention were asked. So that means this is clearly wrong. All students stopped talking as the teacher enters the classroom. What does it mean? There are two actions taking place. One, the teacher is entering the classroom, and then there is a gradual reduction in the speech or the talking business going on within the students, among the students, as if there is a development taking place together. It is not a development taking place together. There are two activities which are distinct, separate, but they are followed one by the other. That means the use of as is incorrect because it shows a gradual development of two different activities. No sooner did the students stop talking than the teacher entered the classroom. It implies that first the students stopped talking and then the teacher entered the classroom. This is clearly not the intended sense. So that means grammatically, though it may be right, but it does not meet the requirements of writing the same sense of the two sentences combined into one. That means the correct option is A. Which of the following statements is correct? By using whereas. The word is whereas. Kavya is interested in reading books. That means Kavya likes to read what? Reading books. Her sister shows interest in outdoor games. She likes what? Outdoor games. These are the two senses which the two sentences convey. Now let us read the options. Kavya is interested in reading books. In reading books. In reading books. Clearly whereas. Whereas in Hindi means हालांकि. Whereas हालांकि उसको ये पसंद है, दूसरे व्यक्ति को ये पसंद है. So whereas her sister's interest is outdoor games, the sense of outdoor games is retained. So that means this sentence is right. जबकि, हालांकि, whereas, जबकि. So जबकि is the correct word. Let us read the next question. The two sentences are, first one, Kavya is interested in reading books. Here the sense is in reading books. Her sister shows interest in what? In outdoor games. So these are the two activities which the two sisters are doing. Now with this as the background, let us read the sentences. Kavya is interested in reading books. This is all right, in reading books. Here, whereas means jabki. That means the two sisters have got contrasting qualities. Whereas her sister's interest is outdoor games. So this is also right. That means it is clear that option A is the correct answer. Now let us read the others to ensure that option A is indeed the correct choice. Kavya is interested in reading books. No problems, is reading books. Whereas her sister is not interested in it, but he has missed out the part of outdoor games. So the sentence is clearly faulty. Kavya is interested in reading what? Books. So this word is missing. That is why option C can safely be ignored. Option D, Kavya is interested in reading books. This is right. Whereas her sister's interest is to play outside. He has used the word play outside. But here what does he say? He says outdoor games. Playing outside does not mean outdoor games. It can be for any recreational activity. So it does not convey the same sense. So indeed this is faulty and the answer gets restricted to option A, which is the correct choice. Thank you.